Results, there's no nothing. We're not gonna have a race today.
Looking like an 11th hour crisis to get you going in the morning. Things have escalated a bit.
Well, I've had really good luck at this race for a number of years, so I had to run out sometime.
We're Sid and Macky, and we're professional mountain bikers on a quest to race the best and most challenging mountain bike races around the world. This race, Moab Rocks, absolutely falls into that category, with 3 days of single-track heavy racing on Moab's unforgiving and unique terrain. This year, this race is part of the inaugural single-track series, and the competition is stiff.
If I look back to like the first year we were here, there was a couple fast people in each race. But now it's like people that have raced and continue to race World Cups, Olympic Games, World Championships.
We were a little unsure how we were going to feel going to this race after just finishing a 5-day stage race in Chile less than 2 weeks ago, but tired legs turn out to be the least of our problems. In fact, so far, not much has gone to plan at all. Day 1 was canceled due to a surprise snowstorm, and Day 2 saw start temperatures in the low 20s and a resulting frozen dropper post cable disaster. Then Macky got a flat.
Come on, where are you?
And I took numerous detours off course.
Oh, don't follow me, don't follow me.
It goes down. I got the GPS.
Somehow we salvaged some pretty good results anyway, so we finished on a high note, ready to give it all on Day 3.
That speaks extremely positively to where I am fitness-wise.
You're a bike racer again.
Today is a new day and a new opportunity to try to have that perfect race day.
One more. Thanks.
Or, maybe not.
What do we do? What broke? Come on.
If you enjoy these videos, hit that subscribe button and help us get to 100K. All right, let's get going.
Today and scraping the windshield for us.
Today's stage starts off with 6 miles on the Gemini Bridges dirt road that includes 2 climbs and a descent before turning on a single track. Once on single track, it's a pretty consistent 8-mile climb on technical chunky slick rock to the farthest point west of the Magnificent 7 trail system, which also happens to be the high point sitting at 5,700 feet above sea level. Over the next 9 miles, we'll lose 1,200 feet of elevation, but somehow it rarely feels like a descent, with lots of punchy climbs and slick rock sections that steal your momentum. Fortunately, this stage is the same as in years past, so we know what to expect from this 29-mile course with almost 2,800 feet of climbing.
2, 1, off you go! Stage 3 of Moab Rocks is out on course! Be safe, have fun.
capability to end up on road sections by myself. It's okay. That's a good start. You don't need to be a hero on the flat road.
Oh, here we go again. There we go again. Feeling it off the back.
Yeah, get it.
You still pretty much made me an atheist.
Sneak by here.
I like to ride my bike.
If you watched our videos from this race last year, you may remember that I had a bad time on this section.
Not quite what I had in mind, but
There was a lot of aggressive maneuvering, people walking sections, refusing to allow passes, and just generally really bad vibes. This year was completely different, and I was in with a super supportive crew. Everyone was clearing all the techie climbs, allowing passes when needed, and cheering one another on.
you!
It was a night and day difference and actually made this challenging climb a lot of fun.
I was extremely pleased to be climbing with these guys, since historically all three have outclimbed me. But during this climb I kept feeling like maybe I could have been going just a little bit harder. And in hindsight, my only regret is that I didn't burn a couple matches to get around them. Maybe it wouldn't have worked and I would have cracked and they would have gotten back by me, but I really wish I would have tried.
Today.
Right now. And it's just like 30 seconds up. No.
You got it, buddy. You good, buddy?
Is this the rock slab thingy?
I'm gonna run up the cyclocross track, I think.
Okay.
That's the rock slab right now.
I'll wait and see if it looks dry. Nice. Go for it. You pick a good line.
This is our friend Noah, and being caught by him on this descent was a huge stroke of luck for me. Noah used to race enduro with Macky, and besides Macky, is probably the only person in this entire race whose lines I absolutely trust on this trail. From this point forward, my mission was to do everything possible to just keep Noah in sight.
One more. Thanks. One more. Thanks.
Unfortunately, the line that I took on that steep climb out of the creek bed resulted in my derailleur taking a direct hit. It's hard to tell on the video, but it is starting to act up right about here.
Seriously? Oh. No worries, I'm off for this one. How about it? What do we do? What broke? Come on. Something is not happy with my shifting. I think I must have broke the clutch on the derailleur. As the chain slack is just nuts. But as long as I'm really careful when I shift. Three, should happen.
Unfortunately, right here, due to an accidental 30-minute clip I took earlier in the day, my GoPro battery died. Having run into this problem in the past, I ignored it for the next couple of miles of road and turned it on just in time to get one final finishing clip.
T6 for Macky Franklin. Nice shot, Macky.
Okay, so inventory. Most of my gears do not work. I was briefly in 6th place, which is fun. So, could hemorrhage a lot of time with no big gears on these flats, but I'm really pleased regardless. Like, it's working for a second. I don't know what's going on. That flat section felt really long with no big gears. First time in this race I've been thankful to be going uphill. So that's new.
Yeah, nice job, shit.
I caught them both on at the very end of the descent, did this, and then I were on the flat and I'm going, whee! Something's very not right.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I've watched Macky ride a single speed alone, so that's how I survived that back there. I was like, 800 watts, coast. 800 watts, tuck.
I'm really, really pleased with the day. I ended up 6th. It didn't change my overall at all. I'm still 9th overall. I rode strong. I was able to climb with guys who I'm not usually able to climb with. Had a solid descent. And then we had the sandy road part. We dropped Jeff Kabush, which I never thought in my whole life I would be able to say. And then on the final climb, I was able to get away from Carter. If you guys remember single track 6 from last year, Carter annihilated me. It just speaks to the training that we've been doing this year working. So overall, totally excited about how today went.
I think it went good. How do you feel like it went?
I'm really happy. That makes for boring video, but I'm really happy.
I think it's going to be hard to come up with like a clickbaity thumbnail.
We got to kind of test out our fitness in a really competitive field. And I was pleasantly surprised. There were some other issues that were unpleasant surprises, but they didn't really like take away from the fact that I felt like I was where I wanted to be.
There were like definitive steps of success. Climbing fitness, overall fitness on single track, really good. Positioning in the corral, way better, huge
some big
improvement.
steps.
And then just like, when I saw you like just riding confidently, like not that you hadn't before, but this was like a new, like you opened it like a new present, and like there was that like, whoa moment in there.
For you or for me?
Yes.
Yes.
You're a bike racer again. If we go back to where, like when we had a goals discussion in Boulder on the back porch.
Yeah.
Now we're where you said you wanted to be.
It took a little longer than I believe the time frame I had
I think so.
outlaid in that video.
That's something for everybody to understand, is that sometimes it takes a little longer. But if you just like stick with it, you can get there.